Man City treble bid. Jamie Carragher and Gary Neville discuss potential titles in Premier League, Champions League and FA Cup. Man City can still win the Premier League, Champions League and FA Cup this season. They are one game away from winning another league title and face Real Madrid in the second leg of their Champions League semi-final on Wednesday. Man City play Man United in the FA Cup final on June 3rd. Gary Neville hopes Manchester United can deny Manchester City the treble this season when they meet in the FA Cup final, while Jamie Carragher does not see any problems for City after they play against tough Real Madrid. Pep Guardiola's side can still win the Premier League, Champions League and FA Cup this season and would be the first English team to win a treble since Manchester United in the 1998-99 season, when they also won the same set of competitions. But before that, they have to navigate the second leg of their Champions League semi-final on Wednesday against Real Madrid, with the tie finally poised at 1-1. They will then face Manchester United in the FA Cup final on June 3rd at Wembley, which could be the final piece of their treble puzzle. On the latest Monday Night Football, Carragher and Neville reflected on Man City's bid for the treble, with the former not foreseeing any slips from Guardiola's side for the remainder of the season. Carragher said, "It just feels like every game is so easy for them now. I thought Everton would be their hardest game because they were fighting for their lives. It's a hostile atmosphere and it came in between the Real Madrid games. I thought Guardiola might change a few more players, but he didn't. Obviously, Real Madrid is a tough game, but they are a better team than Carlo Ancelotti's side. It's a case of whether it happens on the night for them, but after that, I don't see a problem at all." Neville is hoping his former Man United side can stop Man City from winning all three trophies, and says the City rivals will be disappointed if they do not complete the treble. "It's all huge for Man City from now until the end of the season," Neville said. "They will be disappointed if they don't win the treble because they will feel they are favorites in every single game, they are in great form, and everyone is buzzing. I am just happy that Manchester United have an opportunity to try and stop Man City winning the treble. That's what I wanted out of the FA Cup semi-final when United went to penalties against Brighton. The one thing I'd say about Wembley is, and City can defy logic when it comes to playing well, I think it is a hard stadium to play well on. Generally, most teams don't play as well at Wembley as they do their home ground, and Manchester United have to hope that on that day somehow it is more difficult for City. I've never seen really amazing performance at Wembley that often for England or for any other team. It's tough. Man United will fight for their lives that day, and you just never know. Is it more about Man United winning the FA Cup or stopping City?" Sky Sports' Gary Neville on Monday Night Football. United winning. If Erik ten Hag was to win 2 trophies in a season, and winning the trophy goes hand in hand with stopping City. If he was to win the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup in his first season and get into the Champions League where there is still a job to do, that would be an unbelievable season. For these players here at Man United, they shouldn't be thinking about anything to do with the treble. Obviously, players and fans may think about that from a City point of view, but these players should be focusing on making sure they are in Ten Hag's squad next season. Neville reflects on winning the treble with Man United. Sky Sports pundit Neville was part of the Man United side that won the treble 14 years ago, and reflected on a similarly crucial period in their success. He told Monday Night Football, "The period from April 7th to April 21st, I don't think I've ever had a more enjoyable, difficult or challenging 2 weeks in football. Juventus were the best team in Europe and Arsenal were the best team I've ever played against at Premier League level. They were absolutely sensational and beat us to the double the year before. We had 4 games against those 2 teams in a 2-week period." As Manchester City get ever closer to winning the treble, Jamie Carragher and Gary Neville picked their combined teams from Manchester United's legendary 1999 side and City's 2023 squad. "Once we came through that, and it was by the skin of our teeth, we were 2-0 down away at Juventus and basically out of the cup final as Arsenal had a penalty in the last minute which Peter Schmeichel saved before Ryan Giggs goes on to score one of the greatest goals you'll ever see. The belief was unbelievably high." He added, "You feel something is happening. There's a countdown going on in the dressing room. We had a good squad and we were tight. We knew there were challenges in the Champions League final because Roy Keane and Paul Scholes were suspended.